The amazing woman, Taurea Avant.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Oh my goodness, y'all. So I just, not to brag, but I just got in from St. Thomas the other day. You ever been? They have turquoise water. It is so beautiful. I got a little sunburn right here on my knees, but it's nice. It's worth it. All right, guys. Well, let me see. By a show of hands, how many of you guys are authors? Raise your hand. Perfect. Okay, so this is great. Now, how many of you guys in a single month have been able to make $10,000 leveraging your book? Okay, typically that's the case. So we're going to get into some things. First things first, though, I have some goodies. Okay, so I'm going to hire an assistant real quick. Let me go ahead and get Nishika since she knows the game plan. Y'all, let's give it up for Nishika. So, if you are serious and you want to know how to make $10,000, you have to follow these instructions I'm going to give you, okay? So while I'm talking, you're going to walk up here and show her that you've completed the task. Does that make sense? Now, because some of my ladies that are here, we all have books. I only have, let's just do 10. So the first 10, okay? 10 that I'm giving away for free, and then they can get a magazine until supplies last. All right, so y'all ready for the instruction? All right, so how do we click?
It's the right one.
The right one? The one that's all on? Right, where?
It may be off.
Oh.
You can do it side by side, it's done.
Okay, yes, it's off. I think. Am I on? Let's see. Oh, you got to hold it hard a little bit?
No, there we go.
Okay,
It's stuck.
okay.
Yeah, it's stuck. It's not working, so I guess you might just have to.
Oh, man.
Thank you again.
Okay, go ahead and click. Okay, so this is the instruction. Go ahead and click. Right here, this is what you want to do right now, guys. Right now, or can you move it over here so I can click it myself? I'm sorry. I like to touch stuff. What's the one where it says you are the solo person, you are in control all the time? That's me. I need to touch it. Okay, so go ahead and click next. See, go back. There, okay. Everybody, you need to pull out your phone right now because I have 10 free copies of this brand new book as well as some magazines. And everybody, even if you don't get the 10, you must do it before the end of this talk because I'm giving away something I promise is going to blow you away. Amen? Amen. Okay. So you're going to text, or if you cannot text because you have an international number, remember I messaged some of y'all in the WhatsApp group, like let's follow each other on Instagram. Those who did follow me, I followed you back. But if you DM me on Instagram and you put 10K book in the DM, it'll also do it. Okay, next please. All right, so today we're going to be talking about trying to get to this, how to get more customers, how to get on more stages, and also how to increase your income this year. If anybody is interested in increasing their income with their books, let me see a little hand in the room. Okay, great. Okay, next, see, this is where I'm going to be. All right, so this is not a get-rich-quick opportunity, though, okay? I have been on this grind for a while now. It takes consistency. It takes focus. It takes you not giving up on who you say you serve and how you say you serve them, okay? So I promise you, though, if you are willing to stick to this, the biggest challenge that most of us have with social media, it's so easy to get confused and get all over the place. This week you're doing this. Next week God told you to do that. The next week you're doing this. And so we're all over the place trying to serve all people, serving no one. Amen? You have... Am I lying? Okay, so, not lying. All right, so Book Profits Club. Don't forget. Now, once you get it, you need to come up here because it's while I'm talking. So once you follow the instructions, come on up here. By the way, speakers, I'm teaching you how to kill the room right now. This is an educational process right now. It's called being a little bit disruptive, but you must have gotten the information and submitted your stuff. So it might say another event because I forgot to update the text.
Should it say 10K?
That's fine. No. Did she submit? Oh, their text is not coming back.
No.
Yeah, it's not coming back.
It's not coming from.
The automation worked on my phone. Huh. 49993. Okay.
It's also really slow in there.
It might be slow. Can you DM me on Instagram? Are you all on my Instagram? Vision Avant? Vision Avant? Vision Avant? Vision Avant? So y'all can sit down till y'all get it though. So everybody else. Okay. Yeah. Follow it there and then we'll get it. Okay, so Book Profits Club. So Book Profits Club was founded back in 2019. I actually have been coaching those since 2009. What happened, guys, is I was helping speakers and coaches learn how to write a book, grow their business. But what I was finding is that many authors, when they were publishing their books, were publishing maybe for a couple of weeks, maybe a month. They talk about the book, but they weren't properly leveraging the book. Does that make sense? And so we came up with Book Profits Club because I realized there's a lot of authors that had all these big hopes of being able to make a ton of money, but it was not happening. Amen? Right. So I decided to change that, and we have the Book Profits Club. Now, since then, we've coached over 2,000 people to be in the space of authors, speakers, coaches, etc. And our goal is to be able to change your environment and experience and being able to increase your profits. All right, we've helped generate over $10 million in sales with our multiple clients. It's funny too, y'all, because when I decided to get into this book space, they thought I lost my mind. Since then, when I transitioned into this industry, we've helped more than 6,000 people to become published authors. And that's not just through me. I think we talked earlier about collaborating, right? Yeah. Well, we've got publishers in the house. I don't believe that we can do all things great by ourselves. So when I talk about impacting millions, how in the world could I do it by myself? So I enlisted other publishers that we could also work together. So if you weren't a good audience for me, thank you, Nishika. Let's give it up for Nishika for her incredible help. By the way, you still get another bonus, even if you did not get the book. Trust me, I'm going to blow you away. But what's so exciting is that I've been able to work with other people that are in the same space that have different audiences. Guys, we cannot do this by ourselves. So we've helped to do a lot. And my goal this year is to help 1,000 authors to generate over $10,000 a month. So you still got time to get this gift that I'm going to announce at the end. All right, go ahead. All right, our clients have been featured on major platforms. I'm actually a 2-time TEDx speaker, but our clients are TEDx speakers. Our clients have been featured on ABC, Fox News, all the types of stuff, Forbes.1, Sheen Magazine, because my mission is not just for you to have a book, but to turn this into opportunity. Does that make sense? To turn this into platforms. We wrote this amazing book. Raise your hand if your book is good. Right? It's good. But if nobody is reading it, if nobody is talking to us about the book, how are we helping people? How are we changing lives? Everybody says we're not.
We're not.
Everybody say we're not.
We're not.
Everybody say we're not.
We're not.
Come on, we gotta get that energy up, right? And so we are here to help you change that with the Book Profits Club. Now, as I told you, our clients are getting a bag. I don't know if everybody knows what that means because I know everybody's from other different parts of the world. A bag means money, right? In fact, one of the young ladies that's here on the screen, Tiffany Teachy, is one of the speakers here this weekend. But you guys are going to hear from some other incredible speakers who are making 5 figures per month leveraging their books. By the way, the biggest mistake that authors make is they write a book to sell the book versus writing a book to sell. Right. I came here to Canada to give away books, not to make a $20 sale. Right. Does that make sense? Yeah. You guys are all good qualified contacts because you spent money to be here. Why would I try to nickel and dime you for a $20 book when I might be able to get thousands out you? I'm just being honest, but this is how we have to think as coaches. Guys, we cannot nickel and dime. Who talked about we're not charging our worth? We're out here trying to push $20 versus pushing the $1,000 or the $10,000 or the $20,000 that we are worth. Amen? So that's, amen? Amen. Y'all might not say amen, so whatever you say, say it. All right. Okay. So, first of all, you do not need to be an author, but most of you guys are. You don't need to have everything figured out. In fact, when you come to me, I prefer you come empty. It is so many coaches out here teaching people all different types of things that all work. But this is the thing. If you want grandma's chocolate cake, and grandma gives you the recipe, but you want to change the chocolate to a different chocolate, do you have grandma's chocolate cake? No. It is not the cake. And so what we do is we start listening to this one coach. We're now on Instagram listening to this other coach. Teach us about that. Then we're over here listening to this. If you come to me, come empty. Do not be getting confused by all this different information that, yes, may work, but a confused mind does nothing. Amen? Amen. I'm sorry. I like to say amen a lot. I can't help it, okay? I got to get praise. All right. So secret number 1, how to get more customers. Let's get into this. Go ahead. So, one incredible way to get customers is to leverage your book. I'm going to give you guys an example, right? You need to know who your audience is. Like, guys, when you say I'm trying to talk to all people, it does not make sense. Think about it. How many of you guys remember commercials? Y'all still watch? I don't watch TV anymore. I watch like Netflix and YouTube, so I don't see commercials anymore, right? But remember late night commercials where it would say something, do you suffer from chronic headache pains? And if you had chronic headache pains, you immediately started listening to the commercial, yes? But it's safe to say that this is probably just a pain pill that can help with any kind of pain, yes? But because they said chronic headache pain, and if we identify with that, we don't care what it is, we want it. So when you are talking to your audience, you got to talk to them in regards to the stuff that they're dealing with. I did a survey. I realized who my target audience was based on the people that were following me, and a lot of them were like me. Now, my audience grew as my results grew. So when I first started to make my marketing, it was always connected to who I was, because they can relate to me. When I post certain things like on social media about being single, whether you are not single or you are single, but you relate to my singleness, you relate to my posts. Does that make sense? Yeah. Because you connect to my story. So everything that I post on social media isn't always just about marketing. It's about let me connect to my audience. Also, you have to have a transformation. Have y'all ever been to a poetry jam? Anybody ever know? Yeah. And they're real deep. Ooh, deep down into the inner soul. You don't know what they're talking about, right? I've seen people get up on a stage and say, I help women dig down deep into their inner soul and identify who their connection is with the innermost being of themselves. And everybody comes up to them like, girl, you was deep. But you have no idea what they do when they can just simply say, I help women learn how to start their very own business in 90 days or less. Or I help women to get a raise on their job. I help women walk into a boardroom and be respected. I help men learn how to be able to get very specific. Yes, yes? I always like to say, talk like you're talking to a child. Make it so simple that a child will understand who you serve and how you serve. And then simplify it. So we're going to get into simplify. Let me give you an example of how I leveraged my book one time to make a $7,000 sale. Do y'all want to know?
Yes.
So, if you don't drink wine and stuff like that, that's fine. But you can still sit at bars. I like to go to nice places, so I always will sit at the bar, especially if I'm by myself or with my girlfriends. If it's not a date, why we need to be at a table? We can't meet nobody at the table. So I'm at the bar, and I always have 2 books. How many books? 2 books with me. So I'm sitting at the bar with my 2 books at this very nice restaurant in Houston, Texas, seafood spot. And a gentleman comes up, and he's like, oh my goodness, is that your book? Yes, it is. It's $20. That's how I always respond. And so then we get into, just talking, getting to know each other. He's a jeweler. And he's telling me about a gentleman from his Bible study that's coming to meet him as well. So they come on up. Now, because I'm an author, I'm an expert, so it's a big deal. 97% of most people want to write a book, never will. So you guys have tools right now that can really put you in a way like where people are going to look up to you, but we're not taking our books with us. We're so busy pushing them on social media. Go to my Amazon store instead of taking them with us everywhere we go. So I'm sitting at the restaurant at the bar, and he comes up. Long story short, I was like, you know what? I'm going to gift you guys my copies of my book. Now, I got a free meal. I got a free glass of wine. And about 5 days later, the gentleman called me and said, listen, I want to work with you. $2,500 deposit. By me gifting him a book. You have to be willing to sow seeds if you wish to reap a harvest. We're out here trying to get a harvest, and we've planted no seeds. Does that make sense? All right, so that's how you're going to do that. Okay, next. All right, so I do recommend if you are not an author, you can eventually become one. But we show you how to get it done in days. Publishers. Where's my publishers at? Publishers in the house. We've got book publishers here that can help you to get done and print it. So guys, do not hesitate on making this forever. By the way, the book don't need to have everything in it. As long as we live and breathe, there will always be something new. The idea is to get something so that you can leave with people. I guarantee you guys are not going to forget me, those who got the book. And you're not going to throw that book away. Hello? Okay. All right. Better not. So, where am I at on time?
You got about 5 minutes left.
5 minutes. Ooh, Lord. Not niche. This is why 80% of most speakers and coaches do not make money. They're not niched. They're trying to, again, talk to the whole world. They have no audience. Like when I get on a social and I might be like, girl, let me tell you about what this dude did the other day. See, they connect because, again, I talk to the single ladies. Everybody thinks I'm doing it just because I'm trying to get a man. No, I'm connecting with people. Hello? I'm on a year-long vacation. I decided I didn't want to pay rent no more. Right? I'm tired of it. So I take the rent money and I use it to stay at hotels and nice Airbnbs. So now everybody is loving this. I'm getting new followers that are relating to my story. So I know who my audience is. But then guess what I do? I always throw in, by the way, if you want to learn how to leverage a book that can take you all over the world, if you want to learn how to leverage the book to get on more stages, if you want to know, register by going to 10kbook.com. And one stream of income. We have at least 3 streams of incomes when we are leveraging our books. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that. So don't worry if you're not an author. By the way, go ahead and go to the next screen. Do you know who some of these people are?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
What's crazy is, are they all multimillionaires?
Yes.
Hit the next screen. All became multimillionaires as well through leveraging books.
Yes.
Steve Harvey, you know, he talks about it. He was broke before he came out with Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Who knew he was a relationship expert? Didn't even write the book, but they still come and ask him for relationship advice. Do you know that Lisa Nichols, this was the book that landed her on The Secret? Most of us didn't know who she was until we saw The Secret. Tony Robbins, this was the book he was pushing around back in the day. No, everybody wasn't published in. That he would get on the news to be able to talk about his expertise before he used to teach NLP. Next, please. NLP, right? So, go ahead, go next. By the way, this training, you're going to get the full version of this for those who did text. And I'm going to give you a bonus training that's going to teach you how to make $5,000 in 5 days if you follow it to the T. And this is not a hype fest, and it's 100% free. You get access to this. So for those of you guys who sent in the text, congratulations. So you want to identify what stages you want to be on. Matter of fact, just go, because I want to talk about this real quick. All of us, for the most part, are here because we probably invested to speak. Kudos to you. Because there's so many people right now who think that they need to be paid up front to speak. But do you understand the opportunities when you invest? I look at this as a partnership. I didn't pay to speak. I partnered to be here with you guys. Just like all of us. If you're a partner speaker, raise your hand. We're partners here. That means we are also all investors here. That means that we also have networks here. I don't mind. We want to get paid to speak all the time. If we get in front of a room of 5 people, 2 minutes, right? Who wants to speak in front of a room of 5 people who only want to come to free stuff?
Right. Exactly.
I'm going to invest into myself. And so I don't need to go over this with y'all. Y'all got that. Now, I've made more money speaking for free or paying to speak than ever any other way. In fact, I don't charge people to pay me to speak. Because I already know that with good relationships, we're going to be able to make more money at the tail end. Both of us. Both of us, right? Very important. So these are things that I always identify. How long can I speak? Can I make an offer? Means, can I give you something for free? Did I make an offer today, guys? I absolutely did. I absolutely made an offer. That means I get your information in exchange of value. And then how many people will be there? I've been needing to know, right? Because I also base what I'm going to offer on the number of people. Like if I'm going to give away some books, if people pay $500, $1,000, all of that does matter. All right, so here's how you can find some events, guys, with leveraging your books. I'm going to send this to everybody who sent it in because I'm running out of time. I speak for 7 hours at a time sometimes to do this presentation. I can do it in 7 hours. So, yes, I love to talk. When it's time to talk on the stage, but over there, then I'm very introverted. Any extroverts here? Okay, y'all relate. Go ahead, go next one. Okay, success is 20% skills and 80% strategy. Because I am no better than anybody, but let me tell you something. Last year was my largest year of income that I've ever had speaking on stages. My first year that I became a coach was 2015. We did 6 figures that year. every single year my business has continued to grow. I just simply learned to keep it simple and stay focused. Y'all, people thought I had lost it. When I made a decision that I wanted to help people to learn how to write books and leverage it, I came from network marketing. They was like, oh, she done lost it. I've stayed focused on the same audience, on the same results. I don't allow myself to listen to all types of people confusing my mind. And I've kept it focused. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, guys, we got to do that. So, final thing is, if you did not text the number, go ahead. Go ahead. Because I'm going to show you, go ahead. I'm going to show you how to build this $10,000 a month strategy, working 2 to 4 hours per day. But you got to be willing to do it for 90 days at least minimum. You guys do know that your life is not your life today based on who you are today. Your life is based on what you did 90 days ago. So stop beating yourself down if you're not where you want to be, because in order for your life to change 90 days from now, you must change it. But the key is staying consistent with the activity. We give our BPC members, BPC members what we call a success schedule, which I'm going to go over with you and show you step by step how to complete this. But if we had to do this for 90 days in order to see a result, knowing that we'll get a result, will we be willing to do it?
Yes.
We go to college for how many years? Knowing that we're going to come out possibly maybe with money, but we don't? So guys, you got to be willing to stay consistent. Well, listen, that's my time. You can go to the last page. That is my time. The goodies that we have for you are my 5K and 5 day. Last page. Right. Go back. I'm going to give you my 5K and 5 day challenge. You're going to get how to write your book in 30 days or more. I'm going to connect you to our publishers for those who did submit it. Guys, my name is Taurea Avant, and thank you so much.